All right, let's see how this works. Lots of changes, big changes, tons of changes. Let's see what's going on. See if I can load this up. Take a peek. Welcome to the stream. I'm using there's a lot of new changing things here. I'm using a different streamer. I've hooked up this thing up here at the top that kind of shows where we're going from, where we're going to, how fast we're going, how much longer the flight's going to be, and what altitude we're at. I also picked up a new monitor today, and it's a 4K monitor, so I don't know how well the stream's going to be or how it's going to look, but it looks sweet on my monitor, I'll tell you that much. It's pretty awesome, actually. So we're just going to do this. We're just going to do a flight. We've done it already. We're just going to go from Ottawa. We're going to go to Toronto, and I'm just going to do that because when I practiced this earlier with all this stuff, I actually had an issue where X-Plane crashed on me, and I'm not sure why. So I cleaned up some stuff, and I'm going to see if it actually works this time. So this is basically a test flight, so we're not flying anywhere fantastic or anything. And I'm looking at my dashboard now that I have open, and it says my stream health is orange. So I don't know if that means that if it's going to be cutting out on us or what's going on. So let me just take a look. I'll pull it up from my tablet and see what it looks like for the people out there. All right. Yeah. Hard to say. It looks okay to me, though. Not sure if I hear anything, though. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Okay. Well, looks all right. Looks all right. Let's get this underway, shall we? All right. So we're gonna fly our trusty old 737. I did start looking at new planes. I'm looking at the JR CRJ 200, and I'm also looking at the A320. But the A320 is basically the same thing as the 737. I like doing short flights, so I was looking at the CRJ 200 because it's better for little short flights. And 320 is basically the same thing as 737 in terms of range and how many people and stuff like that. So I was thinking maybe, and I suppose I could get my plane going here while we're talking. Yeah, so I was thinking, as much as I'd like to fly an Airbus, it's not a whole lot different in terms of what kind of flights you can do with it. So, yeah, so I'm considering getting something smaller. Now, that being said, the CRJ 200 on X-Plane is actually getting a little bit, let's say, dated. So I don't know. We'll see. Jeez, I'm talking. I can't even keep straight at what I'm supposed to be starting up here. So we got some battery power. We need the APU going. I'm aligning our IRSs. The fun part is setting up the FMC. So let's just do that first and get that out of the way. For some reason, SimBrief isn't giving me really good, really good information today. It's missing a bunch of stuff, so I'm not sure what's going on there. Trying to look for the plan. Usually, maybe I didn't generate it, did I? Yes, I did. Let's regenerate it. Just for fun. Because the weather might have changed. So we're generating this over here on SimBrief. I'll just bring it over here so you can see what's going on. Whoa, we don't need that big. All right, so let's see how it looks this time. See, normally right in here I get like a part that tells me which runways we're taking off on, stuff like that. I'm not sure why it changed. It looks completely different. Taking off in McDonald Cartier in Ottawa, into Lester B. Pearson in Toronto, and there's our takeoff weight, 0 fuel weight. Need to know which runways we're using. There's our alternate. There's our okay, so we're taking off on 14 in Ottawa, landing on 15 left in Toronto. And we're going Vibly 2, whatever the hell that is. Is that an approach? Huh, interesting. Now, okay, there we go. Tucker 2, Vibly 2, all the way in. I'm not sure. Well, let's start punching that in anyway, just for fun. Let's do this. So, FMC. Wow, this is really dark. Let's see if we can get some lights on in here. I don't know why it's so dark. Maybe my new monitor changes settings or something. There we go. And I think there's a couple down here. There. That should help us out a little bit. All right. Position. Let's see. We're going to be at CYOW for the airport. I think we're at gate 17. I think. I'm going to grab that, put it in the IRS. We're going to CYYZ. And what runway was it again? Where was that? There it is, 14. Is there a 14? There is a 14. Cool. And we'll take the Ottawa for departure. Right on. Okay. Route, flight plan, next page. So after vectors, we're going to want, we're going to want Tucker. As always, Tucker. And we're going to want Vibly 2. I don't even know what that is. It's a different route than I usually take. Vibly? Is that what I said? Vibly 2. What is it? Is it Narrowway? No. It's not a waypoint. Good lord. Alright, so we're going to go Tucker, Tadmo. We're going to do it the old-fashioned way. Tadmo. Vibly. It's a totally different route than we took last time. Amoeba. There we go. And we're going to be coming in. Oh, better execute that. Make sure it's stuck. It did. Okay. And we're going to be arriving on 15 left. There's no stars for that. Ha! Cool. All right, runway 14. We're going to fly runway heading till 780. We're going to vector to Tucker, to Tadmo, Vibly, Amoeba, and we'll just do that for now. And we'll take a look into Bethany, ZTO, and runway 15. Okay. So quickly, let's take a peek at how sharp that last turn is going to be, just for fun. So vectors, Tucker, Tadmo, Vibly, Amoeba. Let's give me a little more visibility. Toxum, Bethany. Whoa, crazy. Bethany and ZTO and the runway. That doesn't look too bad, actually. Doesn't look too bad at all. Okay. All right. Go back to map mode. Our APU is running, giving us air. We'll turn these off. And that'll be it. We're going to turn on our window heaters. Better get some fuel pumps going. How much gas do we need? Let's see, we need 4.8. So it's not very much. There, close enough. All right, a little extra won't hurt. 4.8. Get this guy going steady. We'll turn these on. That's fine. Let's see. We need our electrics going. There we go. Hydraulic pumps. Telling everybody to sit down. And what's our flight? What's our altitude going to be? Top climb. What's that going to be? Don't know. I don't know. Climb 360. Is that right? Yeah, we'll go with it. That makes sense. We're going westward, so 360. That's pretty high, actually. I think it's around 300 feet in Toronto. Less important than the high altitude for sure. Okay, that looks good. All right, so this is all in here, so we need to do some of this stuff. Our fuel is correct. What's our extra fuel? Extra fuel is the bonus fuel. So we're using 200 to taxi. The trip is, okay, so 2,000, so about 2.6. Contingency, alternate, FinRes, whatever that is. 2.6, okay. 2.6. Wow, this is really dark. I wonder what's going on with that. I did upgrade the plane again. Hopefully we can still back out. Okay, let's crank this guy up. Crank these guys up. Don't know why it's so dark. Crazy. Okay, cost index. I don't know. 25. 360 for the altitude. Not going to bother with the winds or the temperature. Top climb, we can do that. Top climb OAT. That should be top climb OAT 45. Okay. Does that make sense? Oh, not Fahrenheit. Or is it? No, it's not. Can't be. Can't be. Slash 45. Not sure how to do that. Crap. Well, 45 Celsius is way too hot. Maybe it is right. It does get colder up there. Okay. We'll go with that. We'll learn all this stuff eventually. Okay, 5 flaps. CFG trim 4.5. About there. That'll do. And our V speed's 131 on V2. So we'll go 141 on this guy. There we go. Heading, we're taking off what, 14? So it'll be down here somewhere. Good enough. Okay. Top is good. Let's get the taxi lights going. Let's leave that's the rest of it alone, I guess. All right, let's plan for the push back, shall we? Hopefully this works. Got a new version of this too. All right, so we're gonna want to back out. I want to see which direction we're going. I have no idea. Where is 14? It's probably going that way. Yeah, it is. All right, good. Actually, right where they say it is. Looks good.
When you are ready.
All right, let's do it. Hopefully this pushes us back good.
Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
All right, I'm curious of what the volumes are like, so I'm going to check this for a second on my tablet. Just give me a second here. That seems fine. I could be wrong. Crappy little tablet speakers. All right, so he's going to tell us to start up. Is everybody good to start up? Let's see, packs are off. That's good. This came back. We have to arm our emergency exit lights. Sweet. Getting more detailed every time you use it. Every time I update, actually. All right, good enough. We'll set up the rest later. Come on, man. What are you doing out there?
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
Well, go ahead. Connect. Does he want my parking brake off? I don't know. Look at this is cool. This thing drives up. See if I can get a better view. Yeah. Look at this. Clamps onto the wheels. Look at this. This is cool. Clamps onto the wheels, lifts up the entire plane. Look at that.
Tow connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
I already did.
Starting pushback. And you may start engines.
And he just wheels us back. Is he moving? How come he's not moving? He's trying to move us. It's not working. Oh, crap. Are we moving? Oh, we are now. Holy crap. It's like speed of light. Yeah. Alright, let's start up those engines then. I don't know what's going on with that guy. That's funny. Starting engine 2. Good Lord. He was just motoring. All that pent up energy built up. Where the hell's he taking us? Better start turning. I am not going on that grass, man. I will turn you off. Yep, go away. Stop, man, stop. I did tell him to stop. Stop. Oh, what a jerk. Oh, man. Alright, what are we missing up here? We gotta start the engine.
Set parking brake.
Set the parking brake, he says. Yeah, okay. Engines. We got air. Packs are off. Hydraulics. We got fuel pump. We might as well turn on the other fuel pumps. Maybe that's... Why aren't the engines spooling up? New versions of planes. What am I missing? What am I missing? Why is the battery discharging? Oh, we had to give him a hand signal for him to go away. That's funny. Kind of cool, though. It's getting better, but just wish it would work properly. Come on, man. Start the damn engine. We got APU power. Circ fans are off.
And bypass bin has been removed. Hand signal on the right. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
It's not, you'd hear it. It's not even spinning up. Oh, what's going on now? They changed everything again. CRJ has a nifty little panel that shows you where all the air is going. And so you can tell if you got enough air going to a certain spot. Wait a minute. Why do I hear it now? Oh, I don't. That's just the ISO valve. That is the weirdest thing. Great stream, Craig. Installed a new plane, can't get it to start. Turn the trimmer off. There is nothing else to do, man. What am I missing? What am I missing? Circs are off. I don't need those. Don't matter. Basically, we just want the air from the APU to go up to our right pack there, and it's got a clear path. And this one's off. Oh, was that on auto? You got to be kidding me. Oh, jeez. Hey, looking right at it. Didn't even see it. Oh well, didn't take long to clear up, so that's good. Oh, jeez. Okay, nothing. It wasn't the plane, it was me. I admit it. And we're waiting for 25-ish. Good enough. Chuck in the fuel. Get this guy started. Come on. Yeah, plane. Yeah. This guy's good. Extra air might help. Could help. There we go, 25. Good stuff. Alright. Now we'll turn these guys on. Anti-collision. That's good for now. Up there. This guy. Put them on continuous for takeoff. Bring in some more air. Bring these guys in. Circs are good. Trim air's on. Yeah, damper can come on now. We got our engines running. Don't don't need the APU. Ground power. Wish that light would turn off. It's in the middle of the tarmac. Alright. What else we got? Auto throttle, flight directors. Probably do that when we get closer up to the runway, but that's okay. Probably don't need to do this yet either, but we'll turn on the TCAS. Okay, probes can wait. And we have no lights, we're all good. Okay, let's taxi. So, first things first, let's see if we can get out of this. And we're just going to turn left and go down there. See if we can get off this grass. I bet we have to give it like almost full throttle to get out of there. Crazy, stupid pushback guy. Oh well, I'm sure it's me. I'm just doing something wrong. Let's bring her up to half throttle first and see what happens. Drop the flaps while we're at it. Come on, plane. Getting out of the grass. There we go. We don't need that much power anymore. So, there's a few things that are going on right now that I don't like. Other than that crappy startup procedure and the crappy pushback, is my 4K monitor is really doing a number on my frame rate here. I'm at like 12 right now, which is really messed up because I was flying around in New York City a little while ago, which usually taxes it big time, and I was getting 20 something. I think it may be a combination of that and my new streaming software. We'll see how that goes. We'll see if it gets better in the air or clears itself up, because this is brutal. I mean, there's a couple things we could try just for fun, right? We could play with the graphics and turn some stuff down. This will look like crap, but if I drop the anti-aliasing, 4K, sometimes you don't need it. That'll give us a few more frames.
Caution, taxiway, taxiway.
Yeah, I really need a faster video card. I got a 1070. This should be good. Maybe not for 4K though. I could run it at a lower resolution, but kind of defeats the purpose of having a 4K monitor. Should have thought about that before. All right, let's take a peek. Where are we going? All the way to the end. Yeah. Oh, as we fly off the taxiway. Going way, way, way too fast. Yeah, look at the anti-aliasing turned off. Look at this. That's brutal. All that flickering crap. Textures, redrawing. Blech. Brutal. Didn't do a whole lot for our frames neither. Let's slow her down a bit. Just for fun. I want to see what else we can do. So the anti-aliasing, we need a little bit. What else can we do? I don't want to turn off HDR. That's what makes it look pretty. I don't think texture compression is going to save us much, and it looks like crap. Well, certainly didn't give us any more frames. We're still sitting at about 13 by the looks of it. Yeah, this doesn't look so good. Didn't do anything for us. Okay, turn this back up. You can see how much it's loaded. I got 8 gigs on this card, so of texture memory, or just memory off in the card. What if we turn this down? What does that do? Oh, it's got to load the scenery files again. Fair enough. Oh, this is going to take a while. Brutal. Come on, let's go. Oh, the things you have to do when you get new hardware. Brutal. Alright, how would that do? Nothing. Look at that, we're even slower now. How can that be? Okay, maybe it's just got to load some stuff up. 13, 10. Oh my god, this is unplayable. What the hell? I flew a flight earlier and it was fine. Okay. Let's see what else we can do. World objects are fine. It'll probably have to reload again. Anti-aliasing, we can turn it down to 1. We are full screen. I even turned the field of view down. It's at 80. Man, there's not a whole lot else we can do. Well, let's get in the air and see what happens anyway. See if we can play with this. This is called Performance for X-Plane 101. I heard there was some stuff you could do with the NVIDIA drivers and whatnot. I tried to look at those, and I flicked a couple things that I was told and didn't seem to make any difference. But I was getting in New York City, well, I was parked at LaGuardia, and I had zoomed the camera out, so I had lots of view, and I was spinning around, and I was getting 20 frames in Manhattan, man. Pointed right at Manhattan, 20 frames. And that was with everything cranked up, so something else might be going on. Probably maybe because I'm streaming. Maybe the streaming software sucks. I'm not sure. Well, we'll just get in the air and we'll play with it up there and see if maybe it'll get better once we get up in the air. Does seem to be a lag. Well, like I said, we'll just get her in the air and see what happens. Never did check the, never did, hang on, we gotta set up. What am I doing? I'm so busy about worrying about my frame rates. We're not setting the plane up. Let's just make sure we're all good to go. And we're not. Probes need to be on. Seats are on. Takeoff. We don't, yeah, we need that. We don't need the taxi light anymore. Strobes should strobe. Anti-collision's good. That's all good. Let's get VNAV and LNAV on. Let's turn on the VOR just for fun, so I don't forget later. We need RTO. We got our flaps. Alright, now we should be good. Continuous up here. TCAS is on. Alright, good enough. Let's do this. Wait, one more thing. One more thing. What's the altimeter? For Ottawa. 313. 3013. Whoa. Some high pressure. 3013. There we go. Alright, now we're good to go. And for some weird reason, we're back up to 17 frames. Huh. Wind doesn't seem like it's coming the right direction for this kind of this runway. Well, I guess we'll find out. everything's stabilized, so give her. And we'll do an N1. Come on. There we go. See if we can line it up. Keep it down the center. It's got a little bit of a crosswind. A little bit. Not too strong, but rotate. Not too bad. Come on. Get in the air, you big bastard. There we go. Gears coming up. I don't know why. I don't know why the see the flight director tells us we should be down here. All that's going to do is just get us going a million miles an hour, which we don't want to do with our flaps down. We're not doing anything different there yet. All right, good enough. Let's turn this on. So we got a fuel light on. Wonder what that's all about. Probably because we got our wing pumps on, and we're running low. Wait a minute. How much fuel's in there? 4. I thought we had 6. How much are we supposed to have? What the heck's going on? Come on, where's the fuel? Should probably be putting my flaps up right now. Yeah, okay, we'll worry about that later. Let's bring the flaps in. Oh yeah, big time. Okay. There we go. Alright, and let's continue on to Tucker. There we go. Yeah, all looks good. 17 frames. I did put the another change I did, and maybe we'll be able to see it when we get a little higher, is I put there's a 4K pack cloud textures for X-Enviro, so we'll see what they look like when we get up there. It's kind of blinding us right now. I'm more worried about our fuel situation though. Let's take a look. There's the fuel. There it is. 4.9. Here it is, right here. Okay. Yeah, 4.8. We have 4.2 right now. Seems like plenty. What the hell's it complaining about? Maybe we didn't put in the right amount in here. Performance. 2.6 on the reserves. We probably won't have that much in reserve. Something must be off. What's our flight plan for anyway? What kind of plane? I did try to use my old flight factor 757 earlier, and I hope they didn't hang on to that plane. What does it think we're flying? You have to use a lot more fuel though, right? Oh, 738. Okay. We're good. We're good. I'd be interested to see how this see this stuff up in the on the top of the screen up here. I'm just curious as to how that looks. I'm looking on my tablet. It's not really aligned properly. I'll have to fix that. I wonder if I can fix it now. I think I can. Bring that in a little bit. time, bring it out a little bit. Bring your speed back. There we go. That should be a little better. I don't know if it updates in real time or if I have to save it or what. Huh. Let's see if that straightens up for us. Alright, let's take a look. How are we doing? Oh geez, we're at like almost 18,000 feet and we haven't turned the lights off yet. Okay. So yeah, these guys should have come off right after takeoff. These guys can come off at 10,000. Certainly don't need those anymore. And our logos and our wings and our wheel wells. We don't need these guys on continuous anymore. And it's looking okay. What down here? Everybody good? Yeah, we could 18,000. We could go to standard. All right. Still climbing. Still going through these clouds a little bit. Let's go. Yeah, we can go outside and take a look. How do you like them clouds? Not sure. Not sure they're completely different, but they look pretty funky. Let's see what's over here. A little bit of a cloud bank over there. Seem to have a little more detail. Not too bad. So I'm looking on my tablet and I'm seeing the frame rate that's being drawn is brutal, and I'm wondering if that's because of my bandwidth, which it shouldn't be, or if it's because my computer's busy. But I'm looking on my streaming software and I'm only using half of my CPU. Supposedly recording it and streaming at 30 frames a second. Yeah, we'll see. Tweak and adjust every time, right? Tweak and adjust. How are we doing in here? Still climbing. Should be at our top of climb. Ahead of schedule, which is good. A little bit of a headwind. That's probably why we're going to be at top of climb early. Our ground speed's not real quick, 370. We'll see what happens when we get up to altitude, though. We're going up to 36. That's pretty high. That should take care of some of the effects of this headwind anyway, a little bit. It's definitely stepping up though. Let's take a look out the windows. Not too bad, not too bad. So now I'm curious as to what's going on in the chat. Looks like nothing. Absolutely nothing. That's alright. Now I'm noticing on my stream that everything blacks out if I switch tasks. If I flip away from X-Plane to some other, so to say my browser or the streaming software, it seems to cut out. Wonder what that's all about. Those clouds look pretty nice. What's going on over there? These little jaggies up on top of it. Kind of cool. There's two sets of the 4K clouds for XEnviro, and this is set 1, so I might switch it to set 2 and see if it's any better. See if I like it better. Whoa! I guess we're turning. It's a little disconcerting when the ground comes rushing up to meet you like that. That's cool. That is cool. And we're cruising along. So our frame rate's still at 17. So it didn't improve much. Alright, aliasing's down. Our HDR is at high. If I turn that down, it's going to have to load again. I don't want that to happen. Toronto shouldn't be too bad on the frames. Oh well, let's see what happens. I also had to change the interface size to 150 because on a 4K monitor, it's actually this big. Really hard to hear or to read anyway, so I had to change that. It was nice of them to give us that option. That's pretty good. Well, we're not going to worry about the frame rates for now. We're just going to see if we can get this thing on the ground in Toronto. See what happens. It's like it depends on where we're looking, eh? Ooh, look at the wing flex. Crazy. Oh, she smoothed out. Nice. It's weird. If I change the camera view, it seems like there's less frames. But if you look at the wing flex on the aircraft, it looks like there's lots of frames. Huh. Look at the clouds. They got that little ripple in them. It's kind of cool. Huh. I'll put my plug in at this point in time. If you're watching this video, please smash, hit the like button, and for gosh sakes, hit the subscribe button if you don't mind. Oh, I just noticed on my streaming software it says encoding overloaded. Consider turning down video settings or using a faster encoding preset. Well, I don't think I can do that while we're running. I don't know what a faster one would be. I can't change it. Let's try this. That's going to make a difference while we're running or not. We're still streaming. How's the frames going now? I just changed it to our hardware mode. Let's see what happens. Blink. And we're back in the cockpit at 18 frames a second. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to play with this a little bit. See if we can get stuff working a little better. A little cleaner. I'm going to take this time to do another shameless plug. If ever anybody's interested in joining a virtual airline, I belong to one called Canadian Virtual Airlines. It's been around since the early to mid 90s. Good solid core group of guys there that just love flying, especially airliners. They do multi-flights and where everybody gets together and flies the same flights. They have, they're all hooked up with ACARs and all that kind of stuff, so you can do your pilot reports through that. And you can, they got a forum, they got all sorts, all that kind of stuff. You can, it's a pretty good gig, so check that out. There are a lot of good guys in there too. So there you go, Canadian Virtual Airlines. I believe the website is canadianva.com. So please check those guys out. That should be awesome. What else we got? Any more plugs? Hit the like, hit the subscribe button, and let's get this X-plane thing working real good for all of us. I'm I'm liking what I've done so far, even since I started streaming. Flights are going a little smoother. Clouds are looking good. The ortho for XP for the orthographic scenery is looking good. Mr. X scenery, the airports are amazing. So we're slowly getting there. I got a whole pile of plugins installed. We got an NOAA weather plugin that I mainly use just to get local METARs, but pretty small. And I don't see a way of increasing the size on the plugin UI, so I'm not sure about that. Joy map, I'm not sure. I'm not using that, so I'd probably get rid of that. XA cars, that's what reports back to my virtual airline. XP UIPC is the same things they got. It's the same one they use on Flight Sim and FSX and P3D and whatnot. They to hook up other software, and this is what I'm using to display the information at the top of the screen. This thing provides the information. Something called Fly Live grabs that information and makes it available as text files on my hard drive, and then I use my streaming software to grab that and put it over top of a graphic I made in Photoshop. So there you go. That's what that does. Squawkbox, of course, hooks us up to VATSIM, and once I get this thing running well and making sure that we actually make it where we want to go and stuff like that on a regular basis and land well and approach well, then we'll start using that more often. Xenviro, of course, is providing our weather and our skies and our clouds. Pretty cool looking stuff. And I'm using the 4K pack on that, like I said, or one of the sets anyway. Got a landing speed logger enabled, but I think my Fly Live will take care of that too, so we might get it twice. Better pushback. Keep updating it, hoping it's going to be good. But it's letting me down so far, and I don't know if it's the better pushback or if it's the actual airplane I'm using, but we'll see. We'll see. I'm going to get another plane here and start learning it soon. So I don't think I have a problem with this plane. I think they're still working on it, and it gets quirks every once in a while. And of course I forget stuff because I don't use my lists, which I should. And sometimes I think a switch is set and it's not, like like I did today. So terrain radar. That's supposedly, if I go inside the cockpit here and turn on terrain, if we're going through mountains or something, you'll see these blue lines show up. It will actually go back and forth and draw terrain. Don't know. I wish I could draw weather. I turned the weather on. Didn't seem to do anything. That would be awesome. But that terrain plugin does that for us. And XRAS, and that. So whenever you see me coming up to a runway, if I'm approaching a runway or if I'm on a taxiway or something like that, and it says entering taxiway blah blah blah, or approaching a taxiway or runway blah blah blah, that's what's doing it. And it's just, and these are all, every one of these is free except for Xenviro, which is pretty awesome. So it's very, very exciting. I will be adding a chat log to the screen right about here at some point. Just haven't gotten there yet. Yeah, I almost had it before I started this, but I just wanted to fly. So yeah, we'll get that on there too. Anytime anybody likes or subscribes, they'll probably have that showing up as well. We'll see. There's all sorts of neat things you can do. I'm just going to check my tablet and see how the sounds are right now, and the frame rate. So you might hear me twice. Yeah, it's not too bad. I might be a little loud now compared to the engines. I could probably turn them up a bit. Let me know what you guys think. There you go, black, turning black again, just because I switched tasks. I'm not sure why that is. I have to figure that out. Display captures, or a setting for that? Doesn't look like it. No. Oh well, I'll just have to minimize that, I guess. Alright, we are approaching our top of descent in about, looks like about 10 miles. Let's see what our progress on our FMC says. Yep, 11 miles to the top of descent. And we're going to be, we'll just come down to about 3. I should turn down my tablet. I can hear myself talking over my shoulder. It's a little disconcerting. I don't like my voice. Oops, not too far. Yeah, we'll go 3. Alright. Frame rate's holding steady at 18. I'd really like 25, honestly. 25 is a sweet spot. Much more than that is great, but for a flight sim, 25 is pretty good. It's nice and smooth. I mean, I may be suffering from low frame rates right now, but it is. Look out the window. I mean, look at the aircraft. It is flying along smoothly, right? Not too bad. A little bit of wing flex going on there. I am flying a 737. In case anybody's wondering, it's the Zebo mod. It's the stock 737 that comes with X-Plane 11, but it has been modified, and it calls it Zebo mod, and they get new versions all the time, like every day or two. I tried one the other day. It was 305ZV2, I think, and it didn't work. I couldn't get it to move. My streams, I couldn't even get it to taxi yet, so I had to replace it with the old version that I had. This one is 3.6 or 306 Charlie, I'm going to say. And it seems to be okay. So I'm benefiting from quite a few changes and updates. So let's see how it works. It's doing okay so far. Not having any real issues with it. Too bad. Our VNAV is gone though. What happened there? Not sure why that happened. That would have been interesting. We would have passed right by our top of climb there. Or descent. Wait a minute. TC. No. We should be descending. Unable cruise altitude. We're at it, man. Oh no, we're not. We're stuck at 3,000. And we're coming down. Okay. Damn. That was top of climb. I got confused. Alright, how far are we? We don't even have a top of descent. Totally could have got there, man. Come on, don't tell me that. Give me that crap. I wonder if it's something I did. Or is it the airplane? I gotta get me some payware that runs better than this. I don't know. Don't blame me, I guess. It's my fault. So we're sitting at 30,000 feet. But I don't know when we're supposed to descend here. It's gotta be soon. What's our legs say? Tadmo, we're supposed to be at 32. Well, theoretically, if we leave the VNAV on, it'll calculate how to get us down at Bibli at 26.4, which is actually not that far away. 23 miles. So at some point we gotta come down, and there's our descent there. So we're below where we should be right now. So we should be okay. We'll hang out for a bit. Just kind of monitor that, or otherwise we're gonna have to take over and do it manually. There we go. Coming down on its own. So we never really got to altitude then. Wasn't really paying attention. Oh god, low pressure on the fuel. That's what happened, I guess. When it was complaining about the fuel, probably didn't have enough in certain tanks. So we're definitely not going to be landing heavy. So we'll let that get down a little bit, and then we'll turn off the centers and turn the wing ones back on. Actually, we could just do that now. We're not going to burn much fuel on the descent anyway. Turn these guys off. As soon as we get good lights on both of those. Alright, so everybody should be okay. Alright, next question. We are landing on runway what? I can't remember stuff. 15 left, okay, so 15 left. Bring up the map. Alright. And are we close enough? We are 15, so that would be less than south. So 15 left, I'm guessing this one. No, that's 33. This is not north and south, obviously. There we go. This one. It's 33. 15. Oh, yeah, of course. Heading less than 7. Alright, 10.5. Let's see if it's dialed that in. Nope. It has not. So we'll do it by hand because we have time. 5. Very good. Okay, next question of the day. Is anybody in chat? Probably not. I think this might be set for private. Is set for private? No, it says public. It started out private. I can't change it. Well, if you're watching this, I figured it out. Maybe that's why. Maybe that's why nobody's joining. Huh. Every day, maybe. Huh. Do not know. All right, how are we doing on our descent? We're not descending. What the hell? We're supposed to be. Descending. We're only doing 250 knots for crying out loud. Alright, taking over. Oops, I swore. Sorry guys. I have to drop a little faster. Yeah. This is not good. Not good at all. supposed to be coming into amoeba at 15,000 feet. We're at 28, and we're about 40 miles out. We're doing 2,000 a minute. 2,000 a minute, and it expects us to be there in what, 6 minutes? 52, 59, 7 minutes. It's 14,000 feet down. We should be okay, I think. Let's the legs again. 15 plus 14 is 29, and we're at 27. Yeah, we should get there. We should be fine. Wow, math is good, kids. Math is good. Still says my stream health on the YouTube dashboard. It says my stream health is okay, but not good. Viewers may be experiencing minor issues. You guys experiencing minor issues other than the fact that you can't watch it because supposedly it's private? It's not a private video, man. I changed that setting. Don't know how to save it. I'm gonna reload this thing on my YouTube's on my tablet to see if it. I think I changed it so it's public. I'm not sure. Not sure. And now we have live chat. So therefore people are watching, or can watch at least. That doesn't mean they will. Not yet. It takes time to build up a YouTube channel. And I'm still learning how to even stream, so we'll get there. We'll get there. How that frame rate is for you guys. It's not looking real good on my tablet. I gotta admit, it's pretty crappy. Okay, how's our descent coming? Looks alright. Just double check. We gotta get close to amoeba, which sounds like a dirty little one cell organism. 20 miles. Supposed to cross it at 15. Uh-oh. I can't push that menu. There we go. Whoa, that was funky. Sorry, 20 miles, 15. We're doing. When do we think we'll get there? Still 20:59. 4 minutes. 4 minutes at 2,000. That's 8,000 feet we can drop. Yeah, we should catch up. We should be in good shape by the time we get there. It's supposed to be at 15 and we're at 20. one? Yeah, it would be below. Should be below where we need to be. Probably could go a little faster though. Just saying. 20,000 feet. We're trying to save some gas because I don't know if SimBrief really calculated stuff properly because we're running a little light. And now it's giving me exactly what I asked for, so I'll back it off of it. Amoeba, about 10 miles. A little less. I think. Yeah. Want to cross that at 15, we're at 18. It's going to take us 2 minutes, it's 4,000 feet. Excellent. I'm going to go at 21 now, just to be safe. Oh, look. Our path is coming up. Oh, and we're not at 18 anymore. This is going to hurt. Now we're higher than we should be. Let's see. NOAA. Tell us what our altimeter is supposed to be.
Altimeter setting.
Yeah, I know. Altimeter setting. I know. I'm looking. 3008. Yeah, we're close. Alright. Getting back on course here. Wonder if I can turn on VNav again. Until we get right on. See if it changes anything for us. What's it going to do? It's obviously not going to drop as fast. Is it going to level us out? It's thinking about it. Come on. You gotta drop faster. You gotta keep up with this guy. Come on, man. Go, go, go. I wonder if we'd get better frame rates if we ran as a window. Let's try that. And maybe it would stop flipping on and off. Okay, the frame rates aren't any better. And I wouldn't expect that. Go over here, click on a different app, and then click back into here. It stays put. Interesting. I don't like it. Let's make it full screen again. We'll figure out a way to mellow that out a bit. So our ETA, according to FlyLive, is 2106 Zulu. So 7 minutes? I don't think so, bud. I doubt it. I don't think so, man. We got a good, let's see what the FMS thinks. 50 miles to, we're not going to make that in 7 minutes. He's thinking 2120. So that's 13 minutes beyond our estimated time of arrival. Of course, that was probably calculated when we first got going. And our actual flight plan is like, that's how far we got to go, but maybe as the crow flies, so to speak, in a straight line to the airport is like 30, I think it's 35 miles right now. So it's probably something to do with the discrepancy. We are cruising at 318 knots, altitude at 13,200 and something feet, according to FlyLive, but my altimeter in the plane says 13.3. There's a 200-foot difference there, I'm not sure why. Maybe there's a delay. Heading 248, and in here it says 247. We're getting 20 frames a second. Time to go 6 minutes. Distance to go 32 miles. They even have a METAR built in. But I don't know what to do with that. I suppose I could throw that on the screen for folks to see. So just throw it down here somewhere. It wouldn't hurt. Not a terrible thing. It's not so bad, I guess. Alright, VNAV's doing a good job now, finally. And we're coming up on, what is that? Toxum? Yeah, I think that's our transition there, I think. And Toxum is... like a little over 10 or 13 miles from the airport. So we'll start slowing down before we get there. Yeah, I'd say. Fuel lights on again. Maybe our pumps are complaining. Low pressure. No, they're good. He just thinks we're low on fuel. And we're not. We got lots. Especially since I think the island in Toronto was our alternate. So. Good stuff. Alright, let's start getting ready here. Yeah, just do this now for fun. Never did tell the people they could get up. I do that all the time. I forget. Okay, that's long enough. What is she saying? See, I got my speakers turned down, so I don't get to hear her too much. You guys probably can hear her better than I can. Stewardess. Alright, what else we got? Are we gonna do some auto brakes? No, I don't want to. Anti-skid. Nope. I want to do it all by hand. Not much really to do. I suppose we could put these guys on continuous for the landing. Don't want to burn out just as we're coming in. 10 o'clock at night here in the island. It's almost bedtime. Time to eat some cake and watch some Netflix. Because who doesn't like eating cake and watching Netflix? You know, I never turned off the landing gear. Poor motors. Not sure if they continue to run anyway. Probably not. Probably just locks them. How are we looking? It's just me, or are we going slow? Don't start thinking like that, Craig. That's how you get into trouble in these approaches. Now we're doing okay. Toxin's about maybe 4 or 5 miles away. It dropped the gear, start slowing down. Decels, they didn't give me a decel on this one, probably because it didn't think we could make altitude. So I thought 36 was a little high for this flight, but totally could have made it. They're full of crap. Yeah, I used to live in Barrie, Ontario. I'm wondering if we're actually going by there. It's the Ontario, so over this way. Just on the north side of Toronto. Oh yeah, thanks Cloud. Yeah, there. Cloud. Oh, here we go. Lake Simcoe. I'm a little far out yet to see that. It's kind of a big lake though. Oh, that's probably it there. Where is it? It could be Wasaga Beach. That would put Simcoe back here somewhere. Oh well. That's enough reminiscing and sightseeing. We got business to take care of. Yeah, that's right. As always, folks, please like this video, please. I need it. And subscribe, please. Please. I get bored flying by myself. I want people to chat with. Talk about this stuff. Help me out. See what we're doing wrong, and let's get this thing tuned up. Right on. Okay, how we doing? Toxin's about 10 miles away, so we should start our decel soon. Kind of a weird haze out the window. Huh. Really cool scenery though. Look at the trees way down there. The trees, farms, fields and stuff. Some of them are green, some of them are brown. Kind of cool. Alright, how are we doing now? We got a little ways to go yet. Drop the gear as soon as Toxin hits the 5-mile mark. And then we'll set up for our approach. 15 left. We already punched these guys in 110.5 on the nav1 and the nav2. And they are on. There, and there. So we should be good for when we go into approach mode, which we probably do on here at least. Because we'll be switching over to VOR luck mode, localizer mode there shortly. That's good enough. Let's do that, and let's drop the gear. Seems to be a little delay. I hope there isn't a delay when I'm landing. Oh wow, look at that. We're getting like 1 frame a second there. Yeah, I know, I dropped the gear, heaven forbid. Yeah, turn off VNav. We're gonna start slowing down a bit. Slow down to 200 right off the bat, at least. Probably gonna need some drag. Yeah, I just thought so. It probably told me that a while ago. How much drag we'll need with our landing gear hanging out, though. Probably not too much. Need to catch that localizer so we can, there it is. LNAV just turned off, so we're on the localizer. And now, level out at 3,000, and hopefully the glide slope will catch up to us before we get close to the runway. Maybe we started early. How are we doing? 12 miles. We started a little early. I get paranoid though. 737s are slick in the air. Slick as snot in the air and sticky on the ground. That is a fact.
2,500.
Sorry, I clicked away again. Just stop that from happening somehow. Maybe I'll not use this streaming software. We'll go back to Shadow Play and see if I can figure out how to get the overlays on that. Maybe that would work better. Seem to get better luck with the frames on that. Of course, I didn't have a 4K monitor either, so oh well. We can land at 14 frames a second. Waiting for our glide slope to come down. Come on down. Should be holding steady at 3,000, which is good. We are definitely lined up. Let's see the runway. Up there. Let's take a peek. That's up. We're getting close, so we better start dropping some flaps here. Might be a little early, but that's alright. Good 10 miles out. Oh, glide slope's coming in. Approach mode. And geez, we're coming in awful fast. I gotta slow her down. I should have been at 170 by now. Lined up nice though. Got one hell of a taxi though. 15 left. I'm pretty sure it's on the south side of the airport, so. Laps 25. We gotta slow her down here. I got the speed brakes fully out. Dragging the landing gear. That should slow us down pretty quick. Engines are hardly working. Yeah, we're getting there. That's fine. Go to the next level of flaps. And the last level is when it really drags. So we'll have to bring up the speed brakes, leave them armed. There we go. There we go. Some weird cloud outside. Look at that. Just a haze. We're surrounded by a wall of cloud. Except for right above it. Partly cloudy. All these buildings. Ortho scenery. I don't want the stream to be offline. Oh man. Oh, we're back. Wonder what that'll look like. The stream was offline, but then I just kind of came back. I wonder what that will look like once it's stored. Alright. try to do this at 10 frames a second. Oh my god. It's gonna be brutal. I don't want to take over. Can't we do an auto land? No. Okay. This is going to be a challenge. This is going to be a big challenge. Well, the wind's coming the right direction, so we don't have to worry too much about his crosswind.
5 left.
There's our approaching 15 left. I don't want to take over. 10 frames a second. That is not easy.
500.
500, I gotta do it. I gotta do it. Okay, my plane. Okay. Well,
400.
it's looking good so far. Haven't had to do anything. Oh, the frame rate is brutal. Maybe I need to fly this at 1080p until I get a better video card. Ugh. Or maybe shadow play. Maybe
300.
that'll help a bit. Yeah, plane, get down. Take some engines off. We're a
200.
tad high. It's okay. We don't want to drop real hard. That's when we have those hard landings. A little bit left.
100.
Not too bad. The wind will help us come back.
50. 40.
Oh, too early. Too
30.
early. Oh my god, it's like a slideshow.
20. 10.
No idea. Okay. Well, that was weird. It's like watching a old black and white crappy frame movie from the 20s and trying to land an airplane looking through it. Ugh. Well, reversers are going. I'm not sure what the heck the sim's doing. It doesn't look like the reversers are on at all. Holy crap. Come on, man. Reverse. Whatever. Manual braking. Yeah, well, I'm gonna set up shadow play and see if I can get the overlays working with it, because hopefully it does a better job of maintaining some frames. Because without streaming, I was getting 20 something, easy. Because this is nasty. Still only using half my CPU though, according to the streaming software. Huh. Oh well. Wonder if we park this thing and do a playback on this guy. Watch that landing without having to actually do it again. I wonder if the frame rates would be better. We could see how we actually did. 'Cause it seemed really soft, but the landing thing said I was fired, which doesn't Doesn't sound that good, really. So we can bring the flaps up too. I also got to figure out a way to increase the null zones on certain axes on the flight stick, because I don't know if you're watching my front tire there. It's like I turn it a little bit, it turns a lot. I'd rather have it a little more gradual. All right, let's jump back in here and hang her right. Come on, plane. There we go. Let's see if we can line this up a little better. Damn slideshow. Yeah, it didn't seem what it seemed like. It didn't matter what I did. It wouldn't. Oh, look at that. We're lined up almost perfect. There we go. Yeah, it just didn't seem like. It doesn't matter what I did. It would. It wouldn't help the frame rates with this guy. I wonder if it's just because we're streaming. Hard to say. And this thing's not telling us when to stop, so I'm going to assume we need to stop. How are we doing? Yeah, that's about right. Damn. It looks pretty. Just, oh look, our ground radar came in. Look, see? There's the water. That's the shore, I think. Yeah. Huh. He's not moving either. Okay. Screw it. Cut the engines. Yeah. Obviously not stopped in the right spot. Otherwise, we would see that jetway moving. CR7 and 9s, CRJ2, 319s, 737, 800 right there. That's where I really should have been. Stopped in the 752 spot. Oh well. It's alright. Alright guys. Well, thanks for hanging in with me. Those that did. And I see there are people watching. Thanks for hanging in there. I will work on my streaming here and see if we can get this a little better, and see if we can get the frame rates a little better. If not, we'll drop her down to 1080p and continue on from there. Just looks so pretty on the 4K monitor. Oh, okay, folks. We'll see you next time.